reps to find his progression and your vision for him in this offense?
Yeah, I think he's just doing what you'd hope a second-year guy would do. Just steps in the right direction, understanding just the speed of this game and what it's going to take to play running back. He's made all the right stuff. He's done everything we've asked of him. Not that you even have to ask too much of him because he's just he's wired the right way. So it'll be good when I thought he had a good preseason. Obviously, left him out of that third game right there. He's had a really good training camp, and he'll get his ops come week 1. Yeah, again, I mean, I think that's probably a question for him a little bit, in terms of where he's at. He just looks like Matthew Stafford out there, just having fun. But it is a long year, and he's played 17 years plus Georgia, plus a great high school career. He's played a lot of football in his life, so missing some time. Yeah, he didn't want to because of the injury and all that, but maybe it gave him just even a little bit more motivation to want to get out there because he missed it so much. Again, you'd have to ask him, but we're fortunate enough to have him back and feeling good.
Coach, yesterday, Coach McVay said top to bottom, this wide receiver group, these six might be as good as he's had when he was here. What does that say to we know what the three top guys have all about, but what does it speak to for younger guys, Xavier, Ahkello, that coach has such high praise for them? And what are your expectations?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, obviously the 3 years I've been here, but just in the 12 years being in the league, I haven't been around on paper as deep of a group as what we got. So it's a credit to Shaun, it's a credit to the receiver coaches, all that for the development. It's a credit to Les and his team for just building such a competitive group. So obviously you got your three with Devontae, Tutu, and Puka. Something happens, the show goes on. Like, these three are more than capable of going out there, running our offense, doing a lot of the same things that we're going to ask those starters to do, they can do. And so that's going to be huge, too, for, Shaun within a play call. Like, hey, this guy's out. Oh, well, we're calling, what we think is best for this defense at this moment. So, it's pretty neat. And, again, they're, it's a good group to have.
What's the benefit of having 10 offensive linemen, and how much does positional versatility contribute to keeping some of those guys?
Yeah, kind of similar to what I was saying with the receivers. I mean, I can't remember a time I've been a part of such a deep O-line group, right? Don't typically carry 10, but when you have 10 NFL caliber offensive linemen that have played meaningful snaps in this league, like, why wouldn't you if you can within the rest of the roster? So that's been big. And to answer your second part, like, obviously when you're, there are some kind of tackle only type guys in there, but when you are not one of those starters, just having that versatility to be able to either bump inside or bump outside. Obviously, all those interior guys that are backups, Dedich, Bo, and all that, they got to have the flexibility to do center or guard, no doubt. But then, even at tackle, just on a whim, if you had to jump in there, you can. So that's always going to be a key factor when you are building that. But again, to have 10, we're very fortunate. Yeah, I mean, it's, when you look back at it, and I know Kyron, he could say he could go for double that. And if anyone could, it probably is him. But, it just benefits everyone to make sure that you're not just wearing someone down or overusing somebody. So, obviously, the plan is to, split those up a little bit and distribute, whether it's the run or the pass game, and making sure people are involved within, the scheme and all that. So, he's a team guy. He'll do whatever's asked. And, when his number's called, we all know Kyron's going to show up on Sundays. Yeah, just, fine-tuning a lot of stuff, I mean, it's like we tell our guys all the time, we don't need to be peaking today. We just need to keep trending in the right direction and stacking blocks and getting better both as a unit and as individuals within, what we're asking them to do. So, the installs are in. Maybe there's a tweak here and there, or maybe one little addition or some situational stuff. But these guys are more than capable to break a huddle and go run a series of plays within a quarter, within a half, within a game. So, and obviously, get fine-tuned next week. That's going to lead more into Houston. And there's some things that we're doing that it's just touching with them. But, again, it's more worrying about ourselves right now and doing the things that I just said. Yeah, I mean, you guys are kind of asking all the same questions in terms of like the receivers, the O-line, the running backs. Like it's such a benefit, right? And I'm saying that because as I'm thinking about it and you're asking, it's like, wow, these guys have all, for the most part, taken snaps at some point. Obviously, Cody in the preseason for us, but being with us all last year after we picked him up, around this time a year ago. So huge benefit. Ronnie's played good football, for us dating back to 2022 when he was here in 23 and doing what he did in the playoff game versus Detroit and had some big plays and stuff. So again, just another room. And I mean, before anyone asks it, the tight end room, you got 4 NFL caliber tight ends in there that have played a lot of meaningful ball, 3 of them. And then obviously Ferguson, which was great for him to get out there last week. But, on paper, again, we got to go do the dang thing. But on paper, you like what these guys can do as individuals, as position groups. And now we got to put this whole thing together and go play football the right way. They getting a little antsy, right? Holding the clipboard next to me and Rags. So, he loves ball. He doesn't have to do this anymore. He wants to do it. He loves doing it, and there's unfinished business for him. But he does this because of this locker room and the people around him and just the day to day. Whatever he does after this is all said and done, hopefully it's not for a while. He's going to be very successful in every walk of life that he has, but this is what he loves to do now. So, yeah, I had to imagine without asking him every day, I'm not going to be that guy like, man, does this suck? Well, yeah, it sucks, but here he is, and it was for a reason, and he's in a great spot mentally, physically to me. I'm not a doctor. I don't feel his body, but it seems like he, feels good. And we're, again, excited to have him back. And more importantly, I think he's excited to be back. I just kind of walk away from him. He kind of annoys me a little bit. So I just no. He's so smart, right? I mean, he's a coach on the field. And when he's back there, he knows everything that's going on before anyone else. So he's a cool dude. He's awesome.
Can you talk to us a bit about Xavier Smith and how he fits in this outstanding receiving corps?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a testament to, again, Xavier Smith as a human and a worker that, when we first got him, obviously a rookie free agent that, not too many people had heard of, playing small ball down there in Florida, and then, to where he's at, not just to make this roster and be part of that 6, but, again, he's made meaningful plays on Sundays for the LA Rams. And he's only gotten better because of the work that he's put in and the mindset he has. He looks, in my opinion, as athletic as he ever has. He looks as strong as he ever has. I think he's mentally as strong as he ever has. So when he has his opportunities on those Sundays, whether it be in the return game, the other special teams, or at receiver, you're not going to flinch. You're just going to believe that he's going to get stuff done. I have a lot of respect for him. Thanks, guys.
All right, how's it going?
All right, Coach. I know Tanner, the human myth, is on the practice squad. Can you elaborate a little bit on his impact this preseason?
Yeah, I mean, I think you guys saw it. The first thing the DBs do the day after the game is watch all his big hits. So it's kind of become a thing. He's been like that since he was at NC State. I remember evaling coming out. What you saw in the preseason games is what you saw in college. So, as far as just football player, getting guys to the ground, I mean, he's a fun player to watch.
Shaun Dolac making the 53-man roster. How did he separate himself from what you see?
Yeah, it was really early on. He picked it up very fast. He can process, he thinks, he runs the ball, he can tackle, and then in the preseason games he did an excellent job as well. So he's just been a consistent guy from the jump and a guy that fits in well here and obviously helps on special teams. And if he had to play on defense, we wouldn't have any hesitation at all.
Troy Reader has quietly kept his spot, contributed. What do you guys see in him that has him keep bringing him back and plugging him in?
Yeah, he's a guy that we can trust, So we obviously got Landman and Omar, our top 2 guys, but if, God forbid, anything happened, he's a guy that could just seamlessly go in, has been in the system, obviously. I've been his linebacker coach a couple different times and know him very well. So guy that could kind of seamlessly go in. And then what he's done is he's taken some of these young guys off. He's taken a mentorship, and he's thinking about getting into coaching, and he's kind of taken that role where he's kind of almost the assistant linebackers coach in the room as well, and obviously special teams captain. So he's a very valuable piece for us, and we're all happy to have him.
This is his first time having like a full off season to really be part of the team. How have you seen that affect his preparedness?
Yeah, you just see him. I mean, I feel any corner that works with Aubrey, especially in this time of year, you just see that growth. And, Ahkello, even though he's one of our probably seasoned vets on the team, he's still kind of young as a player in football years. So he's a guy that continues to grow and get better and develop. And you saw it last year, and really every year he kind of gets better throughout the season goes. And you saw kind of how he played at the end of last year. So we're hoping based off the offseason and training camp, he can kind of pick up where he left off. His communication was already elite, and we expect it to be even better. Appreciate it.